So I'm sitting here waiting on my cup of noodles, and was all relaxing, going over my notes of what I'm gonna try to do this weekend, and all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, oh well, I should actually be talking to you guys. I'm gonna sit here and think about it. But I mean, cup of noodles, man, that's the best thing. I don't know about you guys, but I can't get enough of them, and they're so cheap. So here we go. We got 6 full weekends left, and then the 7th weekend is turkey drag. I've got a few things laid out. I'm not sure exactly what order I'm going to do these in, but each one of these should take 1 day. I've got 4 different things set up, and that gives me 2 extra days, 2 extra weekends to screw off or check or make sure everything's working properly. I need to get the bumper. I got to get that the rest of the way sanded down and painted so that it can be on there. At least either painted primer gray or painted the color that we want. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna get it at least primer gray and back on the truck by the time turkey drag's here. One other thing that we need to get done is I need to mount the air tank and compressors. Wherever I'm going to mount them, they need to get mounted. After that, we need to run the air lines and the valves. And after that is wiring and bringing the main power from the battery to the rear to be able to run the compressors. And then, of course, running all the air management. In that process, to get all that done, this is basically, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very good. Anyway, this is kind of a drawing that I did. See if I can get it over here. This is so that I can figure out where all the fittings are going to go, roughly. And you do this, you got 4 corner bags, you got your air lines that are coming in, and everywhere there's going to be a bend or a turn, you need to mark that down. Also, I've got 3 or 4 gauges that are going to go inside the truck, so I need to think ahead for when I'm going to mount those. Where am I going to tap the lines to be able to bring that all the way back into the cab to hook up to the gauges that are inside the cab? Because on this truck, since it has a 2-link, we're only doing one valve setup. So you've got 1 valve for airing up, 1 valve for airing down. And the reason being is because a 2-link, you're not hitting sides. You're not airing one up and the other one's not aired up. Otherwise, you're going to bend and break everything. So it's very limited to what it can do, up, down. It's pretty much all a 2-link does. So we have 1 valve set up, air up and air down. We need a gauge for that. The front is pretty much what keeps the truck level. You air up one and the other. So you need 2 different valve setups for each front side. So you need a needle for each of the front bags. And then you also need a needle to show you how much air pressure is in the tank. So that means you need 4 needles, which you could use 2 double needle gauges, which we got those. Pick those up at Sparks for a reasonable price. Can't remember her name. I think it was April. I think April sold those to us. Thank you. Excuse me, I'm trying to eat my dinner too. So that's the other thing we got to plan for. I know all my airline is all 1/4 inch, and so I need 1/4 inch push to connect fittings, but I'm not sure what set of what set of valves we're going to be using. So I need to go and check to see which valves we're going to use, which valves are going to be able to handle the pressure of what we're doing. Now, I always end up putting a main ball valve on the truck where the tank goes before it goes to the valves. That way when I get stopped, if there's ever a problem or anything is going on, I need to change something or fix something, I can take that ball valve and turn it off. That way it cuts the supply to the whole system. That way you're not having to rely on a valve to hold back air to from all the bags. Because if something goes out while you're trying to change something, then you've got, you know, a mass air leak coming through, or something could just pop and blow up, and you don't want to do that. That's me. That's my thing that I like to do on most all of my trucks. So that's kind of what's going on right now. My wife will be off this weekend. I'm not sure exactly what day we're having off. We also got a meeting with our with our local chapter, so we got to make it to that. And other than that, we're gonna work on that bumper this weekend. So that's what you have to look forward to. Now I'm not sure exactly if it's gonna be Sunday sometime that I upload the video, or if it's gonna be Monday. I'm not sure yet, because the way my schedule is looking right now, it's just kind of creepy. Well, not creepy. I don't know. It's confusing right now. Creepy. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. One day we do the bumper, one day we do the air tank and compressors, one day we do airline and valves, one day we do wiring, main power to rear. How am I doing my switches? I'm going to use basically 3 rocker toggle switches. Push it one way, release. Push it the other way, release. Up, down. And I'll have 3 switches for that. That's it. It's going to be a simple setup. Nothing big time, because like I said, again, it's a 2-link. So you're very limited to what you should and shouldn't do with your buttons. So it's really not even worth getting a switch box, because a switch box is designed for 4-corner suspension. You can get a, you know, one with lesser buttons if you wanted to, yes. But for me, just 3 switches. That way it's simple. You push all 3 up, the whole truck goes up. Push all 3 down, the whole truck goes down. Simple. But that's enough talking. I'm going to get to this before it gets cold. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Comment at the bottom. You know, all that kind of stuff. And for you, Richard, gotta love the haters. Later, everybody.